This was Aldi, and this was 56. The only thing I have left at Mom's is one of the containers of almond milk. Everything else came home. So I've got a nice bag of zucchini. We're going to do a hibachi dinner this week, and that's also what the mushrooms are for. I picked up some Swiss cheese, some Colby Jack. I picked up a loaf of honey wheat. I picked up the dupe for Dave's Killer Bread. This is really a good price. This week it was $3.79, where Dave's Killer Bread is over $6.50 here. So I did pick up the brioche buns. My goal is we're going to do fish sandwiches. And whatever buns are left, I'm going to wrap up in saran wrap and freeze. My mom does it all the time, so I think I'm going to start trying to do it. Problem is I have to have room in my freezer, but that's another story. I've got some shredded lettuce. I picked up some more cashews. I picked up the mushrooms. This is cube steaks. I'm going to do a no-peak type recipe with that for tonight. I got some orange juice, like I said, 2 things of almond milk, a thing of water, and a 5-pound bag of jasmine rice. If you've not tried theirs, you should. This was $6. I know for jasmine rice, it's either $8 or $9 for a 5-pound bag at Meijer or Kroger. This was Meijer, and this was $96. There's 2 reasons. This is a pound of corned beef. We're going to have corned beef sandwiches for lunches for my husband and I this week. And, of course, this is almost $15 just for the corned beef. And his burritos are expensive. But otherwise, everything else, I'm pulling meat out of the freezer this week. That's why I only bought the cube steaks. So we splurged with this week, and I feel like it was justifiable because that's our lunches, and this will keep me from going and picking anything else up. So I picked up some tostadas. I got my husband some of his nachos. I picked up, supposed to be 2 Romas, but they gave me 1. Some salsa. Those actually had a coupon. They're the shredded steak and cheese with rice signature burritos. But I think I got them, they're normally like $12.99 for that, and I got it for like $10. So I thought it was worth it. The beef consomme and the French onion, I also had a coupon for, so I think it was $1.50 each after the coupon, I think is what it said. I got for the sandwiches, I got, as you're saying, my God, that's a lot of bread. I know I'm going to be freezing some this week. I got the Jewish rye pumpernickel deli swirl. It's swirled on, you can't see it real well. That is one of my favorites. It's right there on the front. I always used to eat corned beef on that, so that's kind of what I wanted for this week for lunches. French onion dip. I picked up some of the Mission Carb Balance flour tortillas, some creamy queso sauce. We're doing a hibachi this week, so I picked up, those are just some egg rolls. Somehow we were out of mustard, so I picked that up. My husband's juice, and then I needed some all-purpose cleaner and some toilet bowl cleaner, and that's for the outdoor cat, and that is for the indoor menace to society for his treats this week. So there you go. This was Walmart, and this was $93. But I feel like there's some stuff on the counter. I've been having a really hard time finding self-rising flour. Aldi's doesn't carry it, and the only other store we typically go to is Meijer's through the week. I picked up the Starburst singles drink pouches that I put in my water. I drink water. That's the only way I can get it down. It's just me. I don't know if you've seen this. This is the Better Than gravy instead of by the better than bouillon. And this is chicken, and it's really, really good. Mom and I've gotten it a couple of times, so it was cheaper there by $1. And it wasn't cheap. It was like $3.99. But it's $4.99 at the stores around my mom's, so I went ahead and bought it. This was the same case with the Siete red enchilada sauce. I've been wanting to try it. It's over $6 at Meijer's, and I think I've put it back about 3 times, and it was $4.69 if I remember. Still a lot, but if you're making a pan of enchiladas and you're going to make a big pan of enchiladas, then you might as well have a good enchilada sauce. Yes, I can make my own. Yes, I have made my own. It's also a lot to deal with getting all those chilies. I don't have a lot of places around here where I can get them, and I have to order them a lot of the times. They had something new. I've not seen this. I usually buy a peanut butter and a cheese pack. Well, they put it together in one box and made it cheaper, so I went ahead and bought that. That is the fruit snacks that we buy. It's berry flavored. It was also $2 cheaper than it is at Kroger. I picked up ground cumin, chili powder. I didn't pick up green beans today at Meijer's. I didn't know I was out. Came home to feed the dog, and we didn't have very many left. And I feed him about a quarter cup, if you want to know. I wanted to try this as the Nestle de Leche. And it's caramel. It's basically caramel sauce. And I wanted to try that. I figured maybe it's better than the caramel sauce that I can get through Hershey. I will say the ingredients are better and half the amount. So we'll see how this goes. I got my Black Rifle coffee that I like so much. I picked up 2 cans of mushrooms because I realized I didn't have any last week. 2 cans of the seasoned green beans I like. I didn't have any pinto beans on the shelf, so I picked up 2 of those. This is the Premier Protein cookie dough. I happen to really like that one. Sometimes they carry it at Costco, sometimes they don't. I think I had 3 left, so I needed to get enough to get me through this week. Hopefully we can make a Costco run in the next week or 2. I always keep baby wipes in the car. I picked up my Aussie gel for my hair, and my other favorite product by Aussie is the 3-minute Miracle Curls Detangling Deep Conditioner. And if you go to Walmart, they have a big container instead of the small one that I can get at the other store. So that was Walmart. This was Aldi, and this was $53. I did buy 2 boxes of coffee, and I left that at Mom's. And I also grabbed another almond milk, and I left that at Mom's for me to use when I'm at her house for our 3 days. I picked up eggs. They were $5.97 for a dozen. They just keep getting higher. The chicken thighs, though, it looks like I bought these at Costco. But these were on sale for $2.49 a pound, and this was 4.5 pounds. So I think I did pretty good on the chicken thighs. Ground beef was up to, this was $5.29. I remember when these were $3.99, and we're talking like last year. That being said, I know prices are up. I got white bread for my husband. I picked up the Grain-tastic for me. Picked up some chicken broth for the cupboard because I used one last week. I picked up some butter. The onions have been not being very good after about a week. They're rotting. So I knew I had some here, but I wasn't sure if they were in good enough shape to use, so I went ahead and picked them up. I think I'm going to try to, at the end of the week, dice whatever I have left and freeze them. So that way, if I forget to buy onions, I've at least got a stash in the freezer of already diced frozen onions ready to go. I picked up some mushrooms, the other almond milk for the house, the water. The blueberries were a good price this week. Last week they were $5.99 For a pint this week, they were $2.99. I swear it's every other week. So I can usually get a pint to last about a week to 2 weeks, closer to 2 weeks. If you don't know, I have a bearded dragon, and she eats those. And so does a Rottweiler when he throws fits if I'm feeding her. And some cheddar cheese. That's what we've got for this week. This is Meijer's. And sadly, this was $67. I know where all the money went, but still, good grief. I picked up my husband's for his cabinet for his cupcakes and his zingers. I picked up some Cara oranges. They were on sale for $3.99, so I went ahead and picked that up for me. These steaks were more than I wanted to pay for, but I got them on their sale. So one was like $8.63 and the other one's $9.59. My husband usually eats these when I'm not home. So I look at it this way, I can justify the cost, and it's an easy dinner for him because he just cooks them in the cast iron. Instead of some French fries this week, I wanted to try this. It's the veggie fries, zucchini, garlic, and parm. There's not as much as you would have in a bag of French fries, but they were the same cost, and I thought that sounded better to me. I picked up, and this was a new pizza I had seen. It is called the Carnivore Pizza, but there's still a pizza crust, but it's got all the meats on it. It's got pepperoni, sausage, ham, and beef topping. So I thought, something different for my husband. His chips, his juice. I was almost out of panko after a recipe I made last week, so I just went ahead and put it on the list. Picked up a box of spaghetti. And funny story, if you don't know, I work at PetSmart. These are almost $4 a piece, these Temptation Meaty Treats, and I get 15% off discount. What's funny about it is there's only $2.50 at Meijer's. So I'm buying them at Meijer's. It's more than my discount. And then I just picked up 2 of the cat food for my outdoor cat. I couldn't remember how many I had here. My other cat that's indoor has plenty of food, so. But that was Meijer's.